My wife and I have been playing hide and seek for 3 days straight. Update. It's been a while since I updated, and I'm sorry, but my life has been hell. I don't even trust my own sanity anymore. I don't know what's real and what's not. But I do know one thing for sure. Jess, the love of my life, is gone. When she'd been missing for 3 days, I did everything I could to find her. I stapled missing posters to telephone poles. I called friends and family, people she could have escaped to, even though her car was still in the driveway. Even though I knew she must be somewhere in the house, I soldiered on and pretended this was an average missing persons case. But things only got worse. On the morning of day 7, I opened our closet to get dressed. As I scanned the hanging shirts, looking for my purple button-down, I noticed something in my peripheral vision. Something beige-coloured, poking out from under the sleeve of Jess's flannel shirt. I couldn't be sure, but from the brief glimpse I got, it looked like a finger. Every muscle in my body froze. My heart began to pound. My eyes snapped on it, just in time to see a hint of movement in the limp, hanging sleeve. As if there was something in there, pulling itself up, coiling further into the shirt. I leapt forward and thrust my arms into the clothes, pushed them back and forth, but there was nothing. Heart throbbing in my ears, I ripped shirts off their hangers and threw them on the ground. I didn't stop until all the clothes were heaped in a pile on the floor. But, of course, the closet was empty. I stood there, panting, feeling like a madman. I must have imagined it. I must have. But every time I closed my eyes, I saw the movement in the sleeve of something pulling back up into it, and it made my stomach turn. For a few days, I was able to keep it together. I stuck to the routine of sleep, eat, work, pick kids up, spend time with them, go to bed. I focused on comforting them, telling them that everything would be okay. It was hard to answer their questions. Where's Mummy? When will Mummy be home? But I comforted them as best I could. The 3 of us were in this together. At least we had each other. But the peace was short-lived. I was watching TV after the kids went to sleep. I got up to get another drink, and I saw something poking out from the wall by the stairs. It was on the second stair, just a little black blob that my brain knew wasn't supposed to be there. What is that? I got up and stepped closer, the voices on the TV growing distant as I focused on it. Did the kids drop some food? Or a sock? Or something? I got closer, and then froze. I recognized it. The shiny black satin, the edge of the bow. It was one of Jess's high heels. And now, as I got closer, I could see a bit of flesh poking out above the edge of the shoe, and a shadow stretching out along the hardwood floor. She's standing there. Jess? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. Silence. I stepped closer, staring at the shoe, at that bit of pale flesh, the top of her foot, sticking out above the curved edge. I grabbed the side of the wall for balance, and then as fast as I could, swung out into the foyer. Nothing. No one was standing on the stairs. I backed away. I felt dizzy. Maybe I'd imagined it. I have had 3 drinks. But deep down, I knew I didn't imagine it. Just like I didn't imagine seeing Jess in the basement that night, or feeling that here in the darkness. I wasn't crazy. At least, I didn't think so. Then again, if I were crazy, I probably wouldn't know. I forced the incident out of my mind. I had to. I had to keep it together. For my Ava and Henry. They'd already lost 1 parent. They couldn't lose 2. So I just focused everything I had on helping them, comforting them, loving them. But then, there was that horrible night 2 weeks ago. "Daddy, I'm scared," Ava said as she walked into my room. It was almost 11, way past Ava's bedtime. I groaned, thinking how cranky she'd be when I had to wake her up for school in the morning. "Why are you scared?" I asked, getting out of bed. "There's a monster under my bed." All the blood drained out of my face. Normally, those words wouldn't scare a parent. Kids always think there are monsters under the bed. It's practically a cliche. But going through everything with Jess, my heart sunk into my stomach like an anchor. "I heard it breathing." My heart plummeted further. Okay, sweetie," I finally said, forcing a smile on my face. "I'll check it out for you." The 2 of us walked towards her bedroom. My heart throbbed in my ears. When we got to the doorway, I paused. You go to your brother's room, okay? And I'll check it out." She skipped off to his room, and I was left alone. At first, nothing seemed amiss. I could make out most of the room in the dim light from the mermaid nightlight at her bedside. The space under the bed, however, was pitch black. I swallowed. Then I slowly got on my hands and knees. The darkness under the bed was pure black, but when I actually lowered my head to the floor, I saw straight through to the other side. Her pile of stuffed animals and dolls, all thrown together in a heap, the bottom of a unicorn poster, the shaggy purple rug. I began to get up and froze. No. No, no, no. There was hair hanging off the edge of the bed. I lay there, frozen. Black spots danced in my vision. The hair didn't move as I stared at it. It didn't disappear or go away. Is Jess lying on the bed? I sucked in a breath. My heart pounded so hard I felt dizzy. Slowly, holding my breath, I pushed myself up. My eyes peeked over the top of the bed. First, I saw the covers. Then Ava's pillow. Then, for fuck's sake. Ava's frozen doll, Anna, was laying at the edge of the bed. Her hair cascaded over the edge, looking almost black in the dim light. I grabbed the stupid doll and put it on the pillow. Then I grabbed the comforter and shook it out, laying it on the bed and soothing it out. These damn kids, gonna give me a heart attack someday, I swear. "Ava," I called, turning around. "Your room's for..." My breath caught in my throat. The air vent, near the floor, between the metal slates. 2 eyes glimmered in the darkness. I expected myself to scream, to run, but I'd had enough of this thing, whatever it was, tormenting me. I scrambled over to the vent. "Hey! Hey!" I screamed. My voice echoed against the metal. "Come back here! What did you do to Jess?" Soft thumping sounds as it crawled deeper into the house. And then, nothing. I let out a shuddering breath. Slowly, I stood up, my heart pounding. I stepped out into the hallway, and then I heard the screams. Seeing that thing in the air vents was nothing compared to the fear I felt when I heard my children scream. I raced down the hallway, every part of my body in panic mode. "Ava! Henry!" I shouted, my feet pounding underneath me. The door to Henry's room hung open. I burst inside. Ava was cowered with Henry, who'd just woken up. Both of them were staring behind me, at the shadows behind the bedroom door. I grabbed the doorknob and, in one swift motion, swung it open, just in time to see a lock of dark hair disappear back into the air vent. "Come on, we're getting out of here." I picked up Henry, grabbed Ava's hand, and we raced for the stairs. Metallic thumping sounds through the walls all around us, as if it were following us in the air ducts, frantically trying to prevent our escape. But we made it out to the car, and then we were pulling out of the driveway, tires screeching against the road. 2 days ago, I put the house up for sale. We can't live here anymore. I don't know what's living in my house now, but it isn't Jess. My wife is gone. I told the real estate everything that happened. It didn't feel right letting another family buy this house, only to be tormented by this thing, but she just looked at me like I was crazy. And maybe I am. But I know now that my kids have seen it too, heard it, felt its presence crawling and slithering within the bowels of our home. So this is the only way I know of to warn you. If you're looking for a house and come across a white house with burgundy shutters behind a picket fence on a dead-end street in Franklin, Pennsylvania, don't buy it. I just want to thank Blair Daniels for allowing me to narrate this story. If you like what you heard here, head over to their Reddit page and show them some love. I'll leave a link for the original story in the description below. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and as always, stay tuned for one more nightmare.